But when you do, what do you do?
Sometimes I restrain myself to a fault. I mean,
to a fault.
Yeah, to a fault. I realize that this thing I should have, been angry. And then I mean, is that a weakness? I am too thoughtful about issues, and that's a problem. But all of us have been angry before, and there are instances that you get so angry and you overreact. You get people already asking.
Charlie, the life the bus already.
you overreact, and later you realize that no, I could have handled things better.
Yeah,
I could have done things differently. There are a few times I've been angry. Mikra, I don't remember the last time I was really, really, really angry. I rather experience people's anger around me, but the last time I was really, really angry. I think recently, last week, one of the guys I do business with.
Yeah.
So the guy was supposed to make sales, his weekly sales around on Sundays. I noticed that for inexplicable reason, the guy just advanced it to Monday. I didn't talk. I was just monitoring him. Then the subsequent week, he advanced it to Tuesday, and I'm like, my guy, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So he came to my house on, I think, Tuesday evening, and the way I was really angry because I felt that he was taking my leniency for granted.
Yeah.
I felt that he was being smart because we have a business plan. We have a deal.
Yeah.
You're supposed to come around or make your stuff on Sunday, and then you keep advance Monday, which means that you've added an extra day to you, but you come and make sales for 7 days instead of 8 days, and then you are pushing it to Tuesday. I really, really got angry over it, and I spoke to him the way I ought to.
So in your anger, what you raise your voice?
No, but I may use words that will make you feel that this guy is angry.
Yeah.
I will not insult you because at any point in time I respect you and how you may feel after. But I'll let you know that I'm angry.
Okay. Yeah. You show it.
Yeah, I show
in your voice and in language.
Yes, it will show.
And that's as far as you can go.
Yes, that's as far as I can.
Okay. Ibrahim?
Yes, of course. As any normal human being, I get angry. But when I get angry, I don't talk. Because I struggle to speak when I'm angry. So I'll better keep my silence. Because when I talk in anger, there are things
you say things you can't take back.
Exactly. And then there are things I ought to say, but I can't say. And later on, I regret that. Come on, you should have said it. You should have said that. You see that thing? So I'm better off not talking when I'm angry. And then I think about the reason why I'm supposed to be angry, right? I get angry easily when I'm disrespected, and that's I'm sure that applies to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, disrespect is something that's very annoying. So if I'm to talk while you disrespecting me, it means that I'll insult you.
You need that disrespect, and it's not the open one that
sometimes
makes you feel that you are disrespected. That's different.
It's the condescending one.
The condescending one, the one that makes you feel like I don't know you are disrespecting me.
Yeah.
Or you don't want me to think you are disrespecting me.
When indeed you are disrespecting me.
That one gets me over the roof.
Exactly.
If I know you are confrontational, that one we can all engage.
Yeah.
But if you make it tacit that you are disrespecting me, but you don't want me to think you are disrespecting me, that one is on a different level.
And the disrespect is in many forms. So if you make a promise you don't keep, you are disrespecting me.
Yeah.
If we have a business deal you don't honor, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
If I give you something, then you're supposed to return and you don't bring it back, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
So the respect is many forms.
Yeah.
But then, of course, I'll take my time and let you know.
But disrespectful can also mean correcting your mistakes all the time. The same mistakes.
Yeah.
I get upset about that. If you do something, I correct you. The next day I correct you, and you repeatedly do the same thing. That is, deliberately being, if you like, very disrespectful. Because you want to repeat the same thing, and it can flip me over. If I do the same thing, repeat the same help.
So my solution is a silent treatment.
Silence.
Yeah, I want you to realize your mistake, regardless of what it is.
But wait, oftentimes when you are silent, do the people actually get it?
Yeah.
Do they get to understand that you are angry and that's why you're silent?
You come to find out why I'm silent.
Yeah.
And then in that, of course, by then I will have been sober. So that way I can explain to you, yes,
but
why.
some people are very unsmart. They will never notice why you're angry.
Or they just decide they won't
never realize why
I cut you off. So for instance, if I lend you money, right? You borrow money from me, and I know that you won't pay back. Okay, I'll give it to you nonetheless. But then it's my own way of fending you off in future demands. Once you have not paid, you can't come back to me. So that's it. So that one, the silent treatment is I won't ask you, and I will never ask you.
And in these times, this digitalization times, if you are supposed to pick my call. We
Yeah.
are supposed to talk at a point in time, and I call you, don't pick. It's very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Deliberately, you know how you're supposed to talk to me or something. You're not picking.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people like that.
Yeah.
Call me at 12. You call. They won't pick. 12. They won't call.
Yeah.
They won't call back.
Yeah, don't call back.
It's deliberate.
Yeah.
And you see, it's like the end for me. I can just cut you
And
off.
me, I never call somebody 3 times. First, okay, you don't pick. It might be that
Second,
you are
you're
doing
busy.
something. Second, that I'll call you again. And you
Ever
can't tell
again.
me you've not seen.
Wait, ever again.
I'll call you
Or
again.
until a person calls you.
Okay, so until you call back.
What if
Right?
the-
If it's if
What if his phone is missing?
Or doesn't have credit.
that's different. That,
But how do you know?
you see, just send me a WhatsApp. WhatsApp message. Okay, so
I don't have data.
the third attempt
You know
will be
that people actually-
me sending you a WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
Do you know that people actually, you know,
They put
on
up
their
their
data,
data. Yeah.
send a text, and all.
And then put it back. Chroma is you. Charlie, people do that. Chroma is. No, in fact, the times are hard.
They put all their data as strategic time.
Yeah, there are people like that. So they'll come and answer the question. The next minute, when you are responding to what they have said,
It's off.
their data is off.
Yeah.
Then failure will come.
This chatting in thoughts. Chatting in thoughts.
Anger management.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but some people, they go to the extreme when they are angry.
Yeah.
And that's problematic. So we are told that when you get to that level, count from 10 to 1. And when you're counting from 1 to 10, it's easy. Count from up to down. So 10 to 1. And by the time you land at 1, you realize that what you're going to do, yes. But if you scrutinize your decisions and you look at the repercussions when you are angry, you can control yourself. But many people are, those people who go to the extreme are impulsive. They act based on impulse. And because of that, they always find themselves in
Those
trouble.
days, you know, the things that could, those days, before I got married, the things that could easily, irritate me. So like we talk, we meet, we talk, we exchange numbers. So let's chat or let's talk. Then I send you a text maybe the following day, and you're like, 3 hours ago, and say, oh really? Okay.
this?
Then they don't say anything. Then after a few hours, you send another one and say, can I get back to you?
Yeah.
They never do, and then they'll never
get back.
Then you go again. Oh, what's up? You there? Who is this, please?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like over the roof.
But it's a strategy for them too. They won't tell you no.
That's
We
over the
don't
roof.
want to accommodate
That's
you
over
in
the
this
roof.
regard. We won't entertain this.
That's
So
over the roof.
the ladies, like you said, sometimes they said they were not going to. They'll give you a wrong number. Now the ladies are done giving wrong numbers.
They'll give you the number all right.
They'll give you the number all right. You send a message, they will respond. If they won't encourage you, they will. If they won't encourage you, you can tell from the messages they are giving you.
I build my power.
But the cut across anger, if catalyst is direct disrespect to people that you agree on a particular terms of a deal, and then we get in there, and then you begin to retreat. You don't honor deal, and also when there are some people who cannot stand provocation. Do you understand? We all have different limits to tolerance. There are people who cannot stand provocation. The moment you begin to provoke them, they will boil over quickly. And there are some people, you engage them and their anger rises so fast.
Yeah.
It's very shocking. Small thing, then they are panting, like they are rising over, and they'll do worse things. For me, it is difficult to ask everybody to tolerate things the manner in which you would do.
Yeah.
But we should also be careful as to this thing is my reaction proportional to the offense that I may have been, hurt with. Because oftentimes the rage we speak about and the rage we are surprised about is because they are not proportional to the perceived offense or whatever. That's why we call it anger.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I mean, why should anybody be concerned if another person expresses anger at something? But often the people show anger, the ones that we register, are because they are way off what the offense actually was.
Okay. Early morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
She's angry already.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm
Great,
good. It's
great,
been a
great.
busy weekend.
Yeah, it has been. How do you deal with anger?
I'll tell you in your face. I mean, before, I used to hide a lot of things.
Yeah.
I used to feel that, well, this person, the person, there's something I say, my mother didn't raise you, so I'll think that, okay, I should consider you.
Yeah.
But these days, I don't think that it's necessary to keep it.
Yeah.
If you mess up, listen, this is it.
Yeah.
Take your peace, go. I will not be violent, but I'll tell you as it is.
Yeah.
Because we are too grown to be entertaining certain things in the name of what. So right now in my life, if you mess up, I tell you as it is, I move on. Next day I see you, we are cool.
Yeah, hello, hi.
I don't have time to be
but it depends on the person's reaction though. The cool thing. The cool should be mutual.
Listen, see, there are a million human beings on this planet.
Yeah.
Nobody is an island, yes. But if I'm cool with you and you're not, hello, I don't share my bed with you.
Yeah.
You know, there are some people who never learn along the line. You can forgive them for something wrong, they'll come back again.
You'll do it again.
They'll do it again. They'll do it again and again and again until you do your advices. And see, a part of the world, we don't tell people off.
Yeah.
Okay, we rather consume the pain.
Exactly.
Okay, we don't vent easily.
Yeah.
You know, it's more like a weakness if you are easily venting. Whites will vent.
So
It's our bringing. We are a bit timid in reacting.
We are not a bit. We are very, very timid.
Yeah, we are timid in responding. So like you do something wrong to a Westerner or somebody from the West, they'll tell you, you can't do this. You can't cross this line.
Yeah.
You can't, and that's the anger.
Yeah.
Ours will not tell you. We are boiling, but when we discharge,
then you
it's
the person will say certain things to you and like, but this didn't warrant. It is because of accumulated anger and things that we have harbored in our hearts.
Yeah.
I think that our cultural setting does not help us to open up and talk. And so the least upset. Oh goodness.
And even parents. These days, parents don't check it. You see, when a kid has anger issues, you can tell from the beginning. When a kid has anger issues, some kids, Francis, in the morning alone, if you are catching them to go and bath them, the anger like opposition leader. I mean, they are all over the place. And
Kwame, do you have something?
I mean, I see it all the time. They are throwing their arms, hitting people, and sometimes you give them food, they'll throw it away. Right there. That kid has anger issues. And sometimes in the home, in the hall, when they get angry,
they break everything.
Some go to the extent of slapping their mothers.
They do it.
You get it?
And slap their mothers.
Some kids when they get angry,
kids hitting their mothers.
That's to slap their mother.
Yeah, don't hit.
No, they want to hit you. So whichever part of your body they land.
Hit. And we don't check those things.
And sometimes, earlier you were talking about whether or not anger is hereditary. I think sometimes, we need to check. Sometimes it is, because sometimes when the children exhibit certain behaviors, then they say,
that's the father. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because that is what they have inherited.
And sometimes they learn, especially if they are from a violent home, what the father is doing to the mother. They grow up, they learn, they internalize it, and then they pass it on. But you see, the last time I was angry that I could point to will be about a few days ago. I picked the Trotsky and then I gave the mate money.
First in a very long time.
I gave the mate money. So I gave the mate 10 cedis. And he was supposed to give me about, I think, 5 cedis, 50 pesos. And
then that must have been a very long time.
You still take that change?
Really?
See, he just tried. He just tried.
I was on my phone. I'm sure everybody who has used the public transport can relate to this. They are deliberate. When you give them big money, they won't give you a change. Hoping and praying that you forget. So just before I alighted, I remember that he had not given me change, and I alerted him. Come and see. He said he had given me change, and I have 3 places I keep money. Either at the pocket of my bag or
for security reasons. Why you?
It's not like they meet me. So I checked all those 3 places. I didn't have that money there, and so I was sure that he had not given me the money, and he was insisting that he had given me the money. I was so incensed that, like I said, I didn't talk. In my head, I said, "Oh, you will pay much more than this."
So he didn't give you the money.
No, he didn't, and I just alighted.
And you walked home.
But you wanted to pay me to work. The alternative would have been that I just get up, go and then jack him, hold him, and say, give him my money. You can imagine
some will actually walk to the driver's side, pull out the key and say, if you don't give me my change,
I'm not here. That's the thing. So it's the disrespect and the fact that he felt he had done his calculation and realized that I have some extra money. And all of a sudden I'm telling him that give me my change.
Sometimes you don't get angry because the person can't beat him.
And you know the nature of the person.
You can't it's like look at you. There were some buildings in the area. You really wish you could beat them.
Oh yeah.
But you can't do anything.
You know that this one.
You know you can't do anything. You are playing football. This guy comes around and he's bullying everybody.
Yeah.
He's sorting everybody. Catches the ball and asking people, selecting teams on his own accord. And you're angry, but you can't do anything. You really want to push back, but they will beat you and then you go crying again.
0550-3131-31. Give us a call this morning. Let us know, how do you deal with anger, and what's the worst you've done
it's
in
like
the name of anger?
0550 starting a fight and wishing the other people around to separate.
You
start to realize that challenge by the beg. Who to separate us?
And that's how when they separate the fight and they meet you alone. So okay.
There are some to when you beat them, the next morning they will come.
They'll come. Let's continue. You remember?
And they'll still get beaten.
Charlie,
that's a never giving up.
People who celebrate 1 week of a fight, don't deal with such people.
Anyway, hello, good morning.
Bad mood one day.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You know where you're calling us from, please?
My name is Ernesto, calling from Tana.
Ernest, talk to me.
There is this thing we seem to forget. That sometimes the person may be doing the thing bit by bit, okay? You decide not to talk. And when you meet him on one-on-one.
Try and call us back. 0550-3131-31 is the number you can reach us on this morning. 0550-3131-31. That's the number you can reach us on. Let's hear you have your say. Your anger management and how you do it.
And sometimes people know that what they are doing is wrong. Yes, they do it.
They continue to
I have developed a switch game.
Okay.
I'll switch on you so bad.
Yeah.
Like you will question your existence.
You know what hit you.
Yeah.
Like
you know what hit you.
I'll switch on you like
ghost.
I will ghost on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will question your existence, and that's what I do lately. I mean,
you wonder what you've done.
Yeah.
You scan your brain like 70 times. You won't.
The thing is that I don't pile up, offense. Like you do me something, then I just pack it somewhere, and then you do another one, I put it on, and so they never pile for me. I mean, so as and when the matter happens, I deal with that matter.
Hello, good morning.
Because I think people should.
Good morning.
You know where you're calling us from?
I'm Dennis. I'm calling from Kaswa.
Talk to me.
Francis. Hello, Francis.
Yes, I can hear you. Talk to me.
Yeah, sure. With me, well, I like your show. I mean, it's fantastic. Ibrahim and Kwame Danso, I like them. I like them so much. With the issue of anger, I slam doors. For me, I don't like challenges. I mean, arguments. I don't like that. The little issue, I'll be slamming doors and raising my voice. I mean, anger is so much. Sometimes I have to.
But why? Arguments are normal. So why don't you like arguments?
Well, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like some arguments are, very, very aggressive. I don't like arguments. So either I step away, I go somewhere, or I just raise my voice. I don't know how to even argue. Francis, I'm trying to manage this anger.
So what's the worst you've done in the name of this anger?
Well, I remember a time my dad slapped me. A cousin came to visit us, and then he was from the village, so to speak, and he doesn't know how to switch on the gas stove. So I did that for him, and I went to sleep. He also came to sleep by me, and then the thing it started to burn. He called me, he slapped me, and I nearly.
You nearly slapped him back?
No, I was very furious. I didn't know what to do. I nearly. Francis, I'm trying.
You nearly what?
It's very bad.
Hang on. You nearly what?
Well, I walked away. I slammed the door and I went out. It was in I think 9 o'clock. Yes, I went out. And I'm managing it. It's something that I know myself.
So usually your management is to walk away from the incident.
Yeah.
Okay. You slam the door by all means, and then you walk away.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, then the number of doors you buy, because the constant slamming.
You know that people who cry actually when they are angry. Those people are very annoying.
Anyway, thank you for your call this
How do you
morning.
cry when
No,
you're angry?
it's-
Yeah.
They cry.
They don't know how to express
It's the
things.
situation of
And
that
you know
person.
there are some women, Francis, they will not talk back.
One
The way
second.
they will walk off you.
Yeah.
The way they walk off you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Francis.
Yes, your name, where your calling is from.
This is the Mexican calling from Tema.
Okay, talk to me.
This anger issues, though they are hereditary, or they may be hereditary, because I know some fathers whose sons and even daughters took after them when it comes to these anger issues. But there are other times too, I believe that people learn from what they see from their childhood. They may not necessarily be have inherited the anger, of course, but then as they see other people do it around them, they learn. But fortunately for me, I think growing up, I was having a bit of anger issues. But where I stayed with my grandmother, and then she was the one taking care of us in school. Before my grandmother gives you money in the morning to eat and to go to school, she will insult you, your mother, your father, and everybody that she knows around you before she gives you the money. So I learned this thing about when I go to my grandmother, I know she insults me. So I close my left ear, or I open it so wide that whatever she says passes through the right ear and goes out. I don't hear what she says. All I need is to take my money and then I go away. So as I grew up with this, I've gone to the extent that even when I hear people talk about me, trying to provoke me, insult me, I open my left ear, whatever I hear passes through and goes out the right ear. Fortunately, I've managed that for now. I'm 48 years. I don't easily get angry. But then, when I get angry, what I can do in 5 minutes, you cannot do in 5 years.
What can you do in 5 minutes?
What I'll do to you in 5 minutes, you cannot do it in 5 years. But then also, it will take you about 50 years before you can get me angry. So, in natural sense, I don't get angry.
Okay, but I'm still interested in what you do in that 5 minutes. What do you do in that 5 minutes?
Okay, let's give an instance. In my office, I've been working there for, let's say, 2 years now. When I go to the site, I'm the supervisor for a construction company on the site. One of the guys actually tried to get on me, and I always talk calmly to him. Even he getting angry with me and talking rough at me, I get cool at him. But I realized that I have to show this guy something. So one day, he got me angry. I just walked straight to him and asked him, Master, why are you doing this? And then he walked out. He's a small boy in age and, of course, in experience. And then as I walked to him and speaking to him, he walked out on me. And I took my helmet. Just as I was going to hit him with the helmet to let him know that he cannot do that to me, somebody came and intervened. That is what I was ready to hit him with the helmet and then leave the site. Didn't care what was going to happen. But then somebody intervened, and then the next second, I realized that would have been the most stupidest thing to do, because I had something to take care of, and then I didn't care what was going to happen. Just try to injure the guy, let him know that he cannot do this and go scot-free all the time. Okay. Once my wife did something and I got angry, and then I was driving and we were fighting in the car. I was driving and we were fighting. She wanted me to drive somewhere, so I said I will not go. And then we were pulling the steer up and down, and then before I realized the car hit some tree, and then my car got damaged. See, so these are some of the things that, of course, when I get angry, I can do. But for now, I've learned to manage my anger to the extent that you cannot easily get me angry. I will get angry with you only when I intentionally want to, so that you know that I also have the anger in me. Then you stop whatever you are doing.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your experience and also your anger management strategy. Let's hear yours as well. 0550 31 31 31. 0550 31 31 31. Kwame, you were mentioning something about what? Okay, wait 1 second. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Your name and where you're calling is from, please.
My name is Hakim.
Hakim, talk to me. How do you manage your anger? What's the worst you've done in the name of anger?
Francis, in our family, we the men, the anger is there, including my old boy. Till he died at the age of 85, I still want to fight. My elder brother fights everywhere, and my younger brother. But these are the things that I do, and this is what I study. You see, when I get angry, this I think either you kill me or I kill you.
Hey!
Yes, I feel like even if I kill the person, it's not enough. I should consume the flesh of the person. That's what the
This is
anger
serious.
goes to. But it came to a time where, even though my father is alive, but I feel that I don't have father. My mother is alive, and I feel like I don't have mother. I was so isolated, and I think for myself that even if something happens, nobody is there for me. So before I even know what is called anger management, whatever happens, I just keep silent, not say anything, or just walk out of the scene. It comes to a time that I have to walk barefooted. I have to remove my slippers and walk so many kilometers before I get calm down. So
wow.
This the worst thing that I ever do in terms of the business. I know myself and I know what happened to me. So it's between me and my wife and my younger sister. My wife beat up my younger sister, which I'm not okay with. But she doesn't even let me talk. And I was very furious. And the thing come, my anger comes seriously. So I ran up and down the house and said, the worst thing is I'm not seeing anybody in the house, then I'll be okay. So I asked it was in the night, of course. So I asked everybody to enter their room in 30 minutes because I know what will happen next. So everybody went and go and sleep. My wife was moving up and down. That is when she want to bath. That's why she's patting my front up and down. I walk out, usually walk barefooted, and think that I will calm down. I came in, my wife is still around, so it's like, so you want to show that you are this in that. In fact, even though I regret it, I mean, I hit the wall. Seriously, that I can just kill her that very day.
Did you hit her?
Yes, I did, which I regretted. I did. In fact, I nearly killed her. So since that time, I took that one to say, look, you can just easily kill this lady. And even though in my life, she's the only one who can provoke me, but I was not easily provoked by outsiders. Yes, so
wow.
Thing that worked for me right now is when she did it, I walk out of the house. And I take a long time outside to calm myself down because that's the only thing I can do. But apart of my wife, other people, I just don't make them provoke me. And one thing I want to tell everybody is when you say somebody that, if you tell somebody that dare me, that's where the whole thing starts. Because if the person really dare you, you want to carry out your threat. And I realized that, so I don't ask people to, like, if you were a man, do it and see. I don't do that because when the person do it, I also want to carry out my threat. Thank you very much.
Did you find help at a point? What made you decide to let go of the anger?
I realized that, you see, the anger, the way the thing normally comes to me, I can only find myself in prison, and I'm a father now. I don't want to. I don't want to. As a matter of fact, I don't want to find myself on the other side of the law. So that's the only thing that I didn't get help anywhere. But I know that if I walk barefooted, it helped me a lot, and go away from the scene or keep silence or not ask anybody to dare me. Those are the things that I mark, and I normally don't go across that. So that's what.
Do you help your siblings also? Because at least you have found a way to deal with it. How are your siblings dealing with it?
So my elder brother, my father is late now. My elder brother is in Europe. You know, in Europe, try it and you see it. So he's in Europe. So now the European system have made him come down. And then my younger one too is in Germany. So the same thing. So I'm the only one here, and I try everything to avoid trouble.
And your children? How many children do you have?
I have 3 boys.
Wow.
The last one is like that. And I normally call him Bosu. So whenever the thing happens, I normally call Bosu, calm down, what's the problem, explain to me, and I make sure that whatever he's angry with, I make sure that I deal with those things. And we all okay in the house. You know, the elder brothers think they can bully him. He's just 6 years old. The elder brother is 16. The one follow is 11, and he's just 6 years old. So they think they can bully him. But hey, they don't have their way easy at all.
Wow.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. Francis?
Yeah.
I would like to speak to your producer regarding something. So if you can give
Sure, that's fine. That's fine. We'll call you after the show. Yeah?
All right.
We'll call you. Thank you. Thank you for your call this morning.
You're welcome.
And for joining us. 0550 31 31 31 is the number to reach us on. 0550 31 31 31. That's the number you can reach us on this morning. Let's hear you. Talk to us about how you deal with anger, either yourself or for a friend or for a family member. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Francis.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Your name and where you're calling us from, please.
I'm calling from Spain, Texas.
The name?
Loops.
Lux.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me.
Francis, I don't know. I'm having the same problem the first caller did. Like, I don't know. When I was young, I used to be bullied by, like, in school, everywhere. I used to be big, and they would call me Obolo, and anywhere I go, they bully me. So I built some defensive mechanism to, like, kind of defend myself. So when somebody come close to me, every time I think the person is coming to attack or something, so I just become so aggressive. And then when I got married, like, a lot of things happened that I don't have anybody to talk to. Like, it got to a time I got so depressed and this, and so this anger started developing, and this thing small. So anything that happened, I just get angry out of nothing. Even at work, somebody will say something, I get angry. Then later I'll talk to myself that, oh, this is not something you should get angry about. So right now it's really affecting me, and I don't even know what to do to get that thing stopped.
What's the worst you've done when you get angry?
When somebody upsets me, like, at that time I don't think about how the person feels. I just want the person to also feel the way I am feeling as at that time. I can say anything to upset the person, like, very offensive. So, and I've done it to so many people, and it has ruined my relationship with a lot of people, like people that have, like, could have done things to change my life, like, and I've regretted. But I try to stop, and no.
Wow.
Did you tell your husband about your anger issues? Is he aware?
Sorry?
Is your husband aware you have anger issues?
Yeah, my husband is the only person that understands how, and you see, he's also calm, and this. So he tells me that when he was young, the dad was having that anger problem, and he used to hit his mom and beat his mom with metal. So because of that, he promised, when the mom was dying, the mom told him that he should promise that he will not treat anybody like that. So because of that, like, anytime he's angry, he knows how to manage his anger. So I should just take a deep breath and just let it go. But it's not easy. If you're an angry person, taking a deep breath and just letting it go is not easy.
What's the worst you've done to your husband?
It's like, just when I don't know, most of the time when we fight and I come back to my normal senses, I see that the fault was for me, but I didn't just take my time to listen to what he was saying. As I begin to, like, I want to say something to upset him because I am angry. So when I finish saying it, then I regret saying it. And every time
have you ever been physical with your husband? Have you hit him?
Sorry?
Have you ever hit your husband? Out of
my
anger?
anger is not to the point of like hitting somebody. It's verbal. Like I say offensive things to you when you upset me.
What's the worst thing you've said to your husband and you thought that, listen, this man should have left me?
I just told him that I regretted being with him.
Wow.
How did he feel?
What did he say?
I just don't like. I think this marriage thing, we should just forget about it. Because I've regretted being in it. And he asked why. And I didn't have any reason to say because I was angry.
What did he say?
He just kept quiet. And later he came back to me and said, you know what I was saying? It's not my fault. I was upset. But he's praying to God that one day my anger, I should be able to work on my anger. I walk into the hospital to like ask for help from a psychologist. You go to them and they'll tell you that, oh, we don't have psychologists here. Go to this place. You go and they'll tell you that you have to book an appointment. You book an appointment, you go, they say he's not there. So I just was tired of it. And so some time back, I traveled outside the country. So that was when I got one psychology and I talked to her and I told her everything from my childhood. And that day I felt relieved. So that time when I was outside the country, like I was happy. My anger was, I was able to manage my anger, like to communicate with people and this. But when I got back again, it started like stress and things can just make it just escalate. Because and the worst I did was I have a 5-year-old daughter. She did something. I can't remember what she did, but she did something I hate her. That was it. So after I hate her, then she was crying. Then she told me that, Mommy, I don't have anywhere to go to. Then she ran and came to hug me. That day I told myself that this anger has to go. But Francis, it's still there, in and out, every day.
The country.
Okay.
Do you say offensive things to your child?
No. Because when I was growing up, my grandfather was my best friend. He used to say, what you say to your kids, it's what they will grow up with. So he doesn't allow my parents to even open their mouth to say offensive stuff to us. So I learned from that thing. So I don't say bad things like offensive things to my kids. I encourage them.
Okay. You know what? Since you say you got somebody outside the country, since you've been back, do you have somebody here?
In Ghana, yes.
Yes. That you speak to.
I've not gotten help.
Don't worry, we'll get you the help. We'll get you the help.
I'll be grateful.
We'll get you the help. We'll get you the help.
I'll be grateful if you can do something to really help me because, like, it has destroyed my relationship with people.
Okay, we will. We certainly will. But thank you for your call and for sharing your story with us. We're grateful.
I'm also grateful and honored that you've listened
Francis,
to me.
Sure.
We are a nation of...
Sure. Okay.
Francis, we are a nation of anger. You heard what she said.
Yeah.
Immediately she left the country. Her anger was about 70%.
Because she got somebody to speak to.
This guy
Hang on. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling is from?
Francis, this is Kopa Takradi.
Kopa Takradi, talk to me.
For me, I grew up in a Zongo community, so there are some things I hardly get angry because, like, you know something, I was born with some missing fingers, okay? People say nasty things to me, but I try to hold it in. And I went to the university, and then I went to the accounting department. I needed them to print my statement for me. So the guy said I should go, and then he sent me somewhere to. And then so when I was coming back, he was talking to a colleague. I say, "Akwana nensatitunu no semen printing again." Francis, that day I couldn't hold it. The way I beat the guy, I was even suspended. I beat him, Papa, because like it's not like I'm not strong. I weighed him and I knew I could beat this guy. So I was even suspended. I think he was also suspended. Later we were called to the dean of students and then they talked about it and then I came back to school. That day I couldn't hold it. Yeah.
Wow. So your challenge was that the kid referenced the missing fingers or the challenge you have?
Sorry?
I was asking that, was your anger triggered by the fact that the boy made reference to your missing finger, or the challenge you have?
He wasn't a boy. He was a grown-up. He works at the accounting department. My peers say it. I didn't really have problem with the kids say it. I felt like they were growing. But for him, I felt like he knew better. And I think, yes, I felt like he knew better. And then he shouldn't do that. And then he was saying that to his colleague, and then he was laughing. But then I think the colleague found it awkward.
Wow. And okay, so aside that incident, how do you usually manage your anger? When you get angry, what do you do?
Sometimes I walk away from it. Yeah, sometimes I just walk away from it. I don't know. I'm struggling to hear you clearly, so it doesn't help me.
Okay. It's because your radio is on. Turn off the radio.
Yeah, hello.
Have you turned it off?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So yeah. So I was asking, so in those few times when you get angry, you walk away. But when you don't walk away, what do you do?
That's what I try to do. Normally, people say things to me, and then sometimes they probably think I'll not even talk to them again. But then sometimes I even do the calling the next day, because sometimes I feel like it's not what I look back and I feel like, you see, we are here tomorrow, then maybe next 100 years, everyone on earth will not be here. Okay. So sometimes what people would remember of you is that maybe things that you leave behind, and then would you want people to remember you and then be happy or be sad? And then at least, if even not for me, at least whatever you do, people around you learn it. Okay, so maybe some people are wise, others are otherwise. So whatever you do, somebody will learn. Okay, why didn't you do this? And when I was growing up, okay, my dad, okay, whatever my mom will say, whatever, my mom is that kind of, she easily gets angry. My dad holds it in, and then we talk more. So I learned a lot from my father. I never saw my father angry, even for one day. He doesn't. So I felt like it's okay, and he wasn't really. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, and my dad never gets angry, but my mom, she wakes up in the morning. Sometimes she's insulting almost everyone in the house, but my dad never gets angry. So I learned it from my dad. That is it. But every human being has some mad time, like sometimes that you do things that on a normal time you wouldn't do. Yeah, every human being gets angry. Try to hold it in, and sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy, especially maybe when you are like me. You go to places and then people try to remind you of who you are, and then you get it. People try to tell you, hey, this is who you are then, but it's not easy. It's not easy, but you have to hold it. But that day, I didn't hold it. I showed the man in me. It's true. I was happy I did it. And this thing I'll never forget.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your call this morning and for joining us. 0550 31 31 31. I'll pick two more calls, and then a lot of you have called, and clearly you're asking for a bit of help. We'll try and connect you to some persons in that respect. Hello, good morning.
Francis, good morning. How are you?
Harris, I'm good. Talk to me.
Francis, this anger thing. So, two things happened to me, and since then, I control my anger by ignoring. I'll just ignore that person, whoever is making me angry. And when I ignore somebody, Francis, the person rather regrets making me angry, because I can ignore it to the extent that even if you are the only person that has water to drink, I won't come for you for water. I would just ignore you.
I thought my switch game was bad, but my brother, I caught cap for you.
For some of us,
that's how I am. I'll just ignore you. And I have friends that got to that level with me, and the person who comes start pinching me, trying to get me to talk, I won't talk. I'll just look at you, and until I've calmed down and myself will come to you, there's nothing you do that will make me come to you. That's because, as people were saying earlier, when I'm angry, what I feel inside. I'll give you just 2 examples. My little brother, those days we were living in the compound house. It's been a long time. He did something and I got angry and I hit him with my leg, Francis. The boy will get up and he will fall down. Like 5 times. Immediately he gets up, he'll fall down. It was this man we were living there. He ran and come and picked my brother up. Harris, you kill your brother. And I was so quiet. I was just like, what was this mean? Then the second time, Francis, you know I'm your junior. I attended Accra Academy.
Yeah.
So a senior, our first week in first year, I was just going to the canteen side, and a senior under the trees, he wanted to bully me, and I wasn't giving him the chance. So he was going to throw his hand, and Francis, I'm fast with my hand. So I'm very fast. No matter how you throw your hand, I'm able to protect myself. So the guy wanted to manhandle me, and the way I was able to handle his hand and squeeze his hand, it was only a teacher who happened to appear there. It wouldn't have been good. So since then, Francis, my only way of managing my anger, home, work, anywhere, even my wife sometimes, she knows. So immediately she does something and I start ignoring her. You know, women, she has a ways and means, then she gets me. Because I can ignore you. I'll ignore you. She'll be sitting down. I need just water. I'll get up and go and take my water. I need something that's even maybe she's coming from the bedroom. She can pick from me. I'll just pass her and go and take my turn. That's the only way I try to manage my anger. And I don't know, but I think it's because what I feel inside sometimes when somebody does something to me, it's better I be this way than that way. And there's something I always say, Francis, any driver who drives in Accra and doesn't fight has a very good anger management.
That's finger fighting. finger fighting. It's a finger fight.
Immediately, somebody will cross me and hey, I have a special insult. I don't want to say it already.
We all know it. We all have it.
Like, I said, Charlie, it's not it. He's gone. So, any driver in the middle of Accra who is able to drive, let's say from Kaswa to Kanishi, and doesn't insult or doesn't open the glass and say something, we touch your man.
See,
and Lily,
yes,
I have me one cram.
Sir? Okay.
I want you to tell a simple one. I want you to tell Nanaba she has a side boo, okay?
Side boo.
She has a new side boo. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay, Harris, thanks for your call this morning. And for Jonah, you know the thing is all about people in car traffic and those kind of things.
Right.
I had a story about a gentleman who was going with the girlfriend to go get introduced. Right. And then
I know it's good.
Traffic, just before a traffic light, somebody crosses him. Then he just pulls out and saws the guy from down to. The old man just pulled his head out, sat back and drove away. The lady sitting next to him was quiet.
Yeah.
Throughout, from that point till they go home, she was extremely quiet. Then they get to the house. He gets in and it's the same man he assaulted. Same guy.
Yeah,
he says, a buffoon. Anger is a bad thing.
No, but what happens in Rome stays in Rome. That happens in town.
Road rage.
Anyway, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where you're calling is from?
Please, my name is Joe. I'm calling from Amazon.
Okay, talk to me.
Please, anger, the Bible says anger. Anyone who gets angry is, I don't know if I should use, I should excuse it.
But the Bible didn't say. The Bible says the person is a fool. So we have to know how to manage our anger. But Francis, why I call is I want you people to discuss about bitterness next time. I'm a type of person I have gone through hell, semi-hell, and there is bitterness in me for the past 20 years now. So please, one day, talk about bitterness, please.
I will. We definitely will. We definitely will. We definitely will. Thank you very much for reaching out. Yeah, we're grateful. Thank you. Thank you. I'll pick my last call for the morning on this particular subject of anger management. How you deal with it. I've seen a lot of messages and responses to this. This one says, I take in liquor when I'm angry. When I'm angry.
Wow.
I take in liquor when I'm angry. Wow.
Won't that make you violent?
But it's serious. I'm coming. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Francis.
You're my last caller.
Yes, my name is Kingsley Gospello.
Goswell, okay, let's hear you.
Yes, so good morning, Kwame Danswe Champo. He's a good friend of mine. So I've been listening, okay, and I can say that anger management is one of the most difficult things to control in this world. Because I have had this problem from my teenage, and I realized that mine was even minimal until I met my brother-in-law. He could get so angry and collapse. The first day I saw it, I was like, what? So there are people who are even suffering more than I am. So prior to my wedding, my wife reported me to our counselors, told them that she loves me and she wants to marry me, but I have anger issues. So please, they should try their best to help me. They spoke to me, and I decided to, have a deliberate attempt to solve this problem myself. Because see, honestly, the thing is inherent. You are born with it. There's nothing you can do about it until you have a deliberate or conscious, you make that effort to stop it. I made up my mind that there was no way I was going to get angry at my wife again. And I've been able to manage it up to now, even though I get angry once in a while. But I'll come to how I've managed it. But Kwame was saying something earlier that sometimes you even vent anger on our children. See, I just dropped them in school, and I've realized that for a very long time, you never find me smiling in the morning. They will frustrate you. You are in a hurry to go to work, and this person brush your teeth, wear your uniform, wears your socks, and I'm always angry. And I've realized also that it has affected my relationship with them in the mornings only. Because they sit in the car and nobody speaks because they know I'm very angry, and you make a mistake and I can. You see, Lily was asking somebody a question that do you abuse your kids physically and all that? My first child, I remember some 3 years ago, I slapped her and I regretted it so much. She got me so angry, I slapped her and that was it. She cried and I told her I'm sorry. So since then, I've not done that again. But you see, these days, when it comes to my wife, I don't get angry. But for my kids, I'm telling you, that is difficult. Sometimes there's an attempt to even throw my hand, and something tells me no, don't do that again. So it's a big issue. It's a big issue that most of us who have that problem are battling with. I know Kwame will be surprised I'm saying this. I'm a very jovial person. I joke a lot. I have that issue.
Wow. Bro, thank you for sharing. Yeah?
Thank you too.
Thank you for sharing.
So you see, the people who are often very fun to be with,
It's extremely fun to be with this guy.
They have issues that sometimes they are never able to.
Maybe they cover up.
Yeah.
Yes.
They cover up with the pleasant
reminds
nature.
me of Robin Williams. Makes everybody happy.
Yeah.
But he was the loneliest person.
He ended up committing suicide.
Anyway.
But the guy who can get angry and collapse
is serious. Hello, good morning.
You die before the people.
Good morning.
You are my last caller.
Okay. I'm Gilbert.
Yes, Gilbert.
Calling from Takrady.
Gilbert, you are listening.
Yeah. I also have an anger issue. Since I'm the last caller, I'll make it short. I'll share 2 times times that I got angry and then I did something and I regretted. First, it was in the SS. We were playing a football match, and somebody tackled me. My anger came immediately. I removed my football boot and I hit the head of the guy, and then the blood was oozing out. Oh yeah, really? So I also have an anger issue. The second one is in the tertiary. Something happened. I forgot, but I got angry, and then I was holding my phone. I smashed my phone on the floor.
You smashed your own phone on the floor?
My anger can get.
You smashed your own phone on the floor?
Yes, my phone.
Wow. So after what phone did you use?
Oh, that time I was using a Nokia 3310 or so.
Shall I confirm? And you actually smashed that phone?
Yes.
Wow.
I smashed the phone on the floor.
Was great.
If it was an Apple, he wouldn't have done that.
Okay, bro. Thank you very much for sharing. But how do you manage it now?
No, I still have it, but after getting married, I have been able to manage it to some extent, but it's still there.
I see. So now, when you get angry, what do you do?
I talk. These days, I don't hit anybody or do it, but you see that I'm really angry, and I express my anger through like exchanging of words. Serious one. You see that this man is angry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for sharing with us this morning. Yeah.
You're welcome.
We're grateful. For me, 2 incidents happened in my life that made me change my approach to anger. I mean, this is primary school, so we went to play football match. Charlie, this guy was constantly just hacking me down like 3 times.
Were you a supporter or you?
No, I was playing.
He was playing football. I can't say he was playing football. Right?
Behind the school park. So,
Kwame, why are you?
see, I got angry.
Yeah.
I just walked to him. He was without the ball.
Okay.
You know how they can, with one leg,
Yeah.
just move you off.
And then sweep you
I
off.
moved him. He said hits the ground.
Wow, that's serious.
Was rushed to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I can remember like yesterday.
Yeah. He could have had blackout.
Parents came to the school. My people, Charlie, giddy.
Yeah.
So from that day,
Yeah.
the word was very simple. When you get angry, walk away.
Oh yeah. Walk away.
When you get angry, walk away. The second time I got angry, now I was with my dad. It was toe to toe.
2-2. Wow.
Toe to toe. It was bad.
Real?
It was bad. Yeah. Now, my father's siblings told me that, oh, this one is your father. This one is your father.
Yeah.
Because when he's angry, it's bad.
It's passed down. As for anger, it's passed down.
So often, when I'm angry, I talk very, very calmly.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Because if I raise my voice, I'll say something I'll regret.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say something I regret. So when I'm very angry, I'm calm. I speak very, very slowly. If I know I can't say anything, I'll just walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me.
I think what helps at times is I try to process what may have triggered the person to behave the way they did.
Yeah.
Is this something on my part? Could I have done things differently? Or could the situation have been different? If some other scenarios occasion this situation, would their reactions have been the same? In that process, I lose myself in getting angry. Yes, I try to understand what may be happening, why this thing may have been so, or why this person may have done this or said that. And so whilst I'm busy thinking about what may have gone wrong, it helps me to calm down. Okay.
That's the home environment, not the street. Not the street. You're talking about the home environment.
You know, for instance, look, on the road, if somebody crosses me or speeds across and is reckless, ask myself, what if he has just received an emergency call or he has a stomach pain?
That's your rationalization.
It's the way I rationalize it, so that I'm able to.
So
you are rationalizing somebody.
I try to do that all the time.
My brother,
and I get angry.
You know, many years ago, when I was sitting in cars with people and then they are driving and they're always enraged.
Like, why?
Calm down. Calm down. I remember when I started this job, my former workplace, one of my senior colleagues, one time we're driving together. Then I used to live in Tema with my family, so we're coming to work together. And then in the morning, she's such a calm soul. And then someone calls, and then she well, I can't use the word.
She flared up.
She just flipped. And it was so unprintable. And I just turned and looked at it. She said, "Why should Mama say me fasting?"
So she was actually fasting. You see, and Lily, you're so right. That is the environmental anger we talk about. You see, sometimes your reaction to things happening around you. So yes, you can be calm and what have you, but this country, Ankasa.
And when I started driving, I was like, to everybody I ever judged, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, somebody just sent me an audio, voice audio. I'm listening. He says that he used to have this road rage until a point in time around the airport area. He saw somebody going into his car in a rage, picking a gun and firing a gunshot. So after that incident, he advised himself that I will never get angry. What if I cross the path of that person? And you may have lose your life, for nothing. I mean, so. Yeah, it's something
it's true.
Anger is a decision.
Yeah.
It's a decision.
Yeah, sometimes.
You decide to be angry.
Sometimes.
The circumstance will make you.
No, but you want to tell me that a guy who collapses whenever he gets angry. He makes a decision to collapse.
Look, but that one we need some medical insights on it. Yeah. Because
but you know,
angry to the point where you black out.
I mean, when they're so angry, they begin to stammer.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
So angry, and then they can't talk.
Oh wait, I actually got a message on that. Somebody sent a message. Yeah, he said for them.
Yeah, I mean. So people have different.
But see, some behave as if they are possessed. And that's to the extreme.
Yeah.
You see their body shaking physically.
There's the one
exactly
like the first guy, the guy who actually does errands. Running
around.
Just to calm down. Barefooted.
But that's healthy exercise. Yeah.
I hear when you walk barefoot. Yeah. On rocks or even terrazzo or gravels, it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
It is. So. Whoever taught him that gave him good advice.
Yeah. It tickles your feet.
And you see, it is not everybody who will just shake you. There are some people they will carry through the threat.
Oh yeah.
When they are around and they are angry and they pick a weapon, they don't think they will be scared of the replication. There are some people who actually carry through. When you see such level of anger, just walk away. Go.
Exactly.
Because if you stay there and dare them, they will harm you. Yes, they will go to jail, but you would have had
more of the callers said, people who keep saying, I dare you.
Yeah. No.
Stop daring people.
Yeah, stop daring people.
Stop daring people. I mean,
because you don't know the level to where somebody can go.
Yeah.
Look, just walk away.
This one says, me when I get angry, it's two-way. Either I talk or I don't. When I talk to the bofu flows and I begin to stammer myself. So it will flow and then it just
it's not easy. I think in all moderation, manage your anger. Anger is part of life. It's of course it's part of our emotions, right?
But IB, how do you manage your anger? Some people do not even know that it is a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You must appreciate.
And many who've called have given that indication that some know they have a problem. Some too don't think it's a problem.
Exactly.
So for those who know it's a problem, listen, the first thing is when you acknowledge that you have a challenge. After acknowledgement, you can get help. If you not acknowledge, whatever help they give you, it won't work. It won't work. Anyway.
And then the lady who called and said she was body shamed and that has affected it. You see, that's how you look at it. You look at where you are now. Right, and tell yourself that in spite of everything you went through at that tender age, look at where you are. You married, you have a family. At the point you even left the country. So once you're able to convince yourself that all the people who were making fun of me, I'm better. But
when you leave the country,
tell them that you are better than them.
Is an achievement.
Pardon?
When you leave the country, you are
not getting me. My point is
that what he means is that how many people today can afford plane tickets.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Oh no, that's the truth.
Do you want us to conduct a survey even on yes?
I mean, really? So I think on the other side of what the point IB made, I think what's for me striking that we should be careful what we say to people.
Oh yeah.
We should be careful what we say to people because Francis, sometimes they're very if you think the very, regular comments, you're just mocking, passing a comment about somebody, especially people's person, their physiques, how they look and stuff like that. We should be careful. We should be careful. You don't know how bad your comment is hurting somebody.
Oh yeah.
That comment you are, you are passing in jest, you are just making fun. How that can hurt people
and destroy someone.
You have no idea. So
I think that we're not sensitive to people. We think about ourselves and think that everybody is like us. And so when we pass certain comments, we think that, well, I ordinarily will not get angry, and so you should not. But you do not know where the person is coming from. We're all from different backgrounds.
Some people have piled up.
And we have thresholds. And so for you could accommodate everything, but not everybody. And so sometimes even though we want to say people should manage their anger, we should also be moderate in what we churn out.
Exactly. And let's
action and reaction. Yeah.
This message from Gabby, who is in Afia, and it says, when I'm angry, I try to walk away. Sometimes I scream myself out, and it helps. Yeah, screaming. Yeah, just go hide somewhere and scream, and I resist it.
Do that.
And then you find me shaking. He says after he screams, he shakes.
You know.
Sometimes we are giving a container to breathe in and out.
Well, they scream it out. I think ours is, we have not been able to, make that much of a diplomatic, transition of our anger. We don't scream it, vent in a way. Ours is execution. Do something that is practical,
or bottle it.
Or
we're used to bottling up.
But under against somebody means you just want to hurt the person. So it's either by word of mouth or by physicality. You just want to ensure that the person is hurt. So if you don't restrain yourself, you can't do anything.
That's true.
It's about
okay, guys.
Yourself.
Let me go for a break. When I come back, it dovetails into that incident at the Konongo school and the Konongo Dumasi. We'll look at that, and then that list that's making the rounds. We will look through it as well. The COP26 list. Quick break. I'll be right back.